AITA for suspecting my girlfriend is a lesbian and feeling upset about our relationship?
I, 27M, have been with my girlfriend, 26F, for 3 years. We've talked about our future, and our families have started nudging us toward marriage. Everything seemed on track until a few months ago, when things started to feel different. I can't shake this feeling that she's not really into me anymore, and I'm beginning to wonder if her feelings run in a different direction entirely. One night, about a year into our relationship, we were both tipsy after a friend's wedding, and she started sharing some wild stories from her college days. She laughed and told me how she'd kissed her best friend, let's call her Priya, and that they'd even had oral sex just for fun. She said it was a one-time thing and that it was no big deal, just college experimenting. I didn't think much of it at the time, though it did leave me a bit confused. I let it go, thinking everyone has their moments of youthful exploration. Fast forward to a few months ago, Priya, her best friend from college, joined her company. They're back to hanging out regularly, grabbing coffee, and messaging constantly. I get that friendships can pick up again like no time has passed, but lately, it feels like I'm being phased out. She's always smiling at her phone, texting Priya late at night, and laughing at private jokes I'm not part of. When I ask, she brushes it off, saying, we're just catching up. It's no big deal, she's just a friend. Our intimacy, though, is practically non-existent now. She used to be affectionate and would often surprise me with small romantic gestures. But now, she's distant and avoids physical closeness, saying she's tired or stressed. It's not just sex, it's her whole demeanor. When I tried to bring it up, she got defensive, telling me that work's been draining and that I'm reading too much into things. But even simple things like holding hands or sitting close don't happen as often, and it feels like she's pulling away. Last month, we had dinner with a few of her friends, including Priya. Throughout the evening, they were practically inseparable, sharing glances, laughing, and finishing each other's sentences. I felt like the third wheel. When Priya left, my girlfriend was in a noticeably good mood, almost like she'd been recharged by just being around her. I tried to talk to her about it afterward, asking if she felt there was something more between her and Priya. She got annoyed and said, Priya has a boyfriend. There's nothing between us. She told me to stop being insecure and let her have friends. One night, I noticed she'd left her phone unlocked, and I saw her chatting with Priya. I didn't read the messages, but I couldn't ignore how often she's on her phone, how quickly she responds to Priya, and the tone of their conversations. It feels so much more involved than with anyone else. When she's with me, I feel like she's half present, like she's waiting for our time together to end so she can chat with Priya again. Last week, we were supposed to spend a quiet night in together, just the two of us. But halfway through the movie, she got a message from Priya and immediately lit up. She started texting back and forth and soon said she was just too tired and went to bed early. I felt pretty crushed and confronted her the next morning, asking if she's losing interest in our relationship. She insisted it was just work stress, and that Priya was the only one who understands what she's going through. I couldn't help but feel like she's drifting further away and that I'm not the one she wants to confide in or be with. I can't help but wonder, is she genuinely still interested in me? Or has being around Priya reignited some feelings she thought she'd moved on from? I don't want to assume her orientation or make her uncomfortable, but I feel like I deserve to know the truth, especially since we've both got families expecting us to take the next step soon. My friends say I'm overthinking and that I need to give her space, but I feel like I'm losing her. AITA for feeling hurt and suspecting there's more going on? Should I confront her directly, or am I being unreasonable?